All right, welcome back. Here we are. What episode are we on? Let's see. We are on episode number 12. So we did episode number 11 earlier today, so we're still on day 18, but we are going to be flying out of Cedarville, California, and we are finally making our way into Oregon on this trip. So we are headed to, what airport is that? 2S7. So we're going to be on the lower half of Oregon, and we are going to be running a. We didn't accept it yet. All right, let's go ahead and find the job. Hopefully, it's still there because I created the flight plan and everything for it. 2S7 right here. So 2S7 will get 10,878. That's without bonuses. We're going to be transporting whiskey. That's why it's sensitive. So we need to make a landing less than 200 frames per minute. So we're going to get this thing going. 4,200 for the for the elevation of the runway. $203 airport fee. So we will accept this job. We're going to go to the hangar. There it is, 98 miles, and we will get this thing going. So we got the flight plan already put in. It's 108 with the departure and arrival legs, and we'll get this thing going. So because it's in the afternoon, we're going to skip the taxiway. We're going to go right on to the runway.
Dispatch. It's a sensitive cargo mission today. When you check the payload in the flight plan, please release the parking brake to start. Aircrew, be advised, today's fragile cargo is being manually handled onto the aircraft at the customer's request. Transporter, cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
All right, we'll do real time, real weather. We're going to announce our takeoff here. We are going to the north.
Oscar Flight 9 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway 20 departure to the north.
Turn on the pitot heat and the taxi lights, get everything going here. So I think we're good. We can put the parking brake on, release it off, throw the throttle down. We're going to adjust our trim while we're on the ground. Whoops. There we go. 1% is good. Departing from Cedarville, California, heading over to Oregon. Ooh, had a little skip there on the runway. Hopefully that doesn't
Transporter, have a nice flight.
affect
The
our...
cargo's secure.
We're going to adjust our view here. Yeah. Alright, trying to do this one-handed so I can get the zoom going in. There we go. That's the view we want. Alright, so I do appreciate you tuning in. Episode 18, NeoFly has been fun and interesting, showing some different stuff, running some different missions, enjoying the goals that we're trying to hit, and everything is hunky-dory on that point. I will go over everything. So we're looking at 8,500 feet here is our target altitude. We're currently sitting at about 5,000. So we'll increase that as we go over these lakes and probably up and around that mountain. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so we still have the 3 pilots, Hurricane, Berlin, and Snoop. They're earning us some money. As long as we don't blow it, we earn about $350,000 a day. That's on a day of pushing them to the limit. So not every day I can push them to the limit because I don't have enough time. But yeah, it does seem like we got enough money for the home base. We just need to pick a location. It needs to be 3 miles away from any other airport on Microsoft Flight Simulator. And then we also have to learn how to set up the process with it in the developer mode. So that'll take some time as well. And then, yeah, we're going to go from there. We also want to switch planes eventually once we find one at an airport that we can either rent or buy. I'm looking to get into a Class C plane, so anything like the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan, or the what was that one called? It was a 930. That one was TBM 930. That one's a lot faster, but the cargo isn't as much. So it seems like both planes have their pros and cons. So I kind of figured eventually we'll fly both, but whichever one we see first, that's the one we'll get first. Nothing we can do about that. Alright, so that climb rate, I'm wondering if we're going to have to deviate from the path in order to get over that mountain. I don't know. We'll give it a go. See if we can. We are full throttle. Full throttle. We might have to deviate from our path here in order to get over this mountain. We will see. That one sits at 4,570 feet above sea level. No, that can't be right. 7,346. So 7,346. I think we got it. So we should be good there. Certainly does look like it's going to be close though, but I think we're good. We're definitely good. All right. So, NeoFly, looking at this, we sit at 2.2 million. With our deposits, we sit at 2.6 in equity. The home base that we're looking at here, we want to drop 1,000 on the large hangar. We're going to get an office, maintenance building, fuel station, parking, We're gonna lay the runway down, probably do an asphalt, add some lighting to it, and then we're gonna get either a medium or large runway. We don't have to worry about the helipad at the moment, but that is it. So yeah, that's the plan here for the home base. We just got to figure out how to jump into that developer mode and make it happen. All right, we're hitting the top of our elevation right now. We can reduce our throttle a little bit. Go ahead and take a look at the scenery around here. Oh, that would be a nice picture with the snow and the lake. Oh, nice. That's the airport we just came from. There you go. I think that's a good thumbnail for the picture, or for the video. Oh, actually, no. We got the standard one, so never mind. We don't need a thumbnail. We already got one. But alright, so yeah, so this is a sensitive mission, so we got to make sure our landing is smooth. We're coming up to Davis Creek, Fletcher Place. Let's go ahead and see what that lake is. Can we see the lake? Where is the lake? Ah, there's the lake. That is Goose Lake. And looking down below, we should see State Road 395. Yeah, that's State Road 395 right here. And then it extends out that way. And then just beyond the lake, we got Grizzly Place. And then we're going to be passing the border into Oregon. Yeah, so Goose Lake coming up here. Pretty long bridge over that lake. And then just beyond that, we're going to be flying out of California into Oregon. And we're going to make our way to the beach eventually. But appreciate you tuning in on our journey in NeoFly. And we're currently in the 172. The Cessna 172, and we got our, let's see, what kind of classes do we have? So our certifications that we have are Class A, Class C, and Class E. So the E, um, we took in the Cessna CJ4 Citation, one of my favorite planes. Just very, very expensive. I think it's like $9 or $10 million to buy one. So we were definitely not there yet, but we will, and we're gonna run some passenger trips with that. And then Class C, we took it in the TBM 930. That also qualifies us to fly the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. And then Class A is your Savage Cub. The plane that we're in now is the 172 Skyhawk 1000. So eventually we want to get certified in Class B, certified in Class D, probably in that Beach King, I would imagine. And then F, which is going to be your Boeing 747. And then you also have H and M, H being the helicopter, or a helicopter, and M being a fighter jet. So we've never flown a fighter jet before. We've never flown a helicopter before. And I've only dabbled in the Boeing 747. So that's going to take some practice to get there. My main thing was I'm familiar with the CJ4. I'm familiar with the Caravan. I know enough, just enough to get by on the TBM 930. So that is where we stand with our certifications and the planes that we want to get into. Everything just costs money, just like the real world, I guess. And yeah, so we want to build out that home base. So that looks like it's going to run us probably about $2 million. So we just have enough now to get that. We just need to learn how to get into the developer mode and make that happen. So that's going to be coming up shortly, hopefully in the next few weeks. And we will, I might even, so Snoop is up in the air right now. Hurricane has landed. Berlin has landed. Once I finish this, I'll get them jobs assigned. But to try to maximize some income. I was thinking of actually letting Berlin go and renting out a bigger plane and get a higher class pilot. So he's just a cadet. Snoop is a captain, and she outranks everybody here, and Hurricane is a second officer. I'm currently sitting at the first officer rank, been working my way up. I am almost going to be at the captain level. New missions open up, regional airline, firefighter, and new AI pilots, captains open up. So we got all of that to look forward to. So yeah, so going to be getting out of the rank. I don't know when. I don't seem to be progressing that much there. But nonetheless, that's what we're looking at as far as our NeoFly career goes. And then the other thing that we have going on is let's see, on the channel we got some other videos up here. So we're doing our NeoFly career, which we're live right now on episode number 12, day 18, departing from Cedarville, California, heading up to Oregon. But yeah, other than that, we got our Tokyo trip. So it's 10 legs total. I just completed like 4 today. So that is going to be, we're going to wrap that up and in the next week or so. So if I continue on doing one a day, yeah, we only got 6 days left. So first leg started over at RJTT, the Tokyo Regional International Airport, I guess. And yeah, so that one's been fun. I've been doing live weather, live live time on that, and in Japan it's early in the morning when we do that. So very much. So we got two things going on with the views. I've been doing NeoFly live. In between, I've been doing my own missions, getting that money ranked up so that we can start doing the other things. So makes the game interesting, and we're looking forward to possibly getting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in a month. We'll see. Computer requirements are pretty hefty on that one. But that should be a good feat as well. So we're currently sitting at 8540 as far as the elevation goes. I'm going to adjust our altimeter. Our airport destination 2S7 sits, the runway sits at 4,204 feet. There's some mountains ahead of it with the ground elevation of 6120. So we got a bit of a steep decline there to the runway. So, but again, we got to remember that we're in a sensitive job. We're carrying some whiskey. It's a whiskey run, and we got to be gentle on the landing. So it is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Got my drink that I'm making. It's a frozen drink. Definitely don't want to do that in real life. Drinking and flying, not a good mix. All right, let's see where we stand here. We got about 25 minutes left on this. We still have not crossing the border. $7,300. I'm going to drop our elevation. Back. I turned the volume down for a second because I needed to cough. Alright, we're in altitude hold mode. Alright, I will be right back in just 1 second. Gonna go grab something from the other room. Alright, I am back. We're going to go ahead and open up NeoFly. We're going to check on our other pilots here. Alright, so we're looking at Hurricane first. Hurricane is currently grounded in KPYX, which is in Texas, Perrytown, Texas. So she, on her last flight, landed at 70. Did not get a bonus there. Alright. She can get one more flight in her for the day, so let's go ahead and find her a job. We're going to adjust it to the max carry load and that. And let's give her this sensitive job. That's 171 miles. So if we do that, that is KEGT at 171 nautical miles. That is going to put her from Texas and land into Wellington, Texas, or Kansas. So we'll accept that. Alright, what's going on here? Autopilot. Let's turn off. Our trim is way too high. I don't know why autopilot put that trim all the way down to freaking 50. Alright, so we're definitely not going to stall now. We're cruising. We're going to try turning on the navigation system again. We'll set our altitude there, and hopefully autopilot doesn't throw our trim all the way up to 53%. Alright, so we can get back to putting Hurricane in the air. So we're going to accept that job. It's a sensitive job. They're going to be carrying whiskey as well. That's what we're carrying right now. And then we'll go over to the hangar. We'll add a little fuel to her and send her on her way. Snoop is flying a DA-62. Hurricane is flying the extra 330 ASOBO. So let's go over here. We'll see where Snoop is. Snoop is actually currently landing at her destination. So she was flying from KFLG, and flying to KTEX. Let's go ahead and find out where all that stuff is. So she was flying out of Flagstaff, Arizona, and going to Colorado. So she's going to be landing in Colorado very momentarily. The estimated time of arrival is 6:29, which is right now. So she is actually taxiing to parking now, so we will get paid for that job very soon. While we wait for that, let's go ahead and take a look at the scenery. And let's see where we're at. So we currently crossed over the border out of California. We are officially in Oregon, so welcome. To the beautiful state of Oregon. And our trim is climbing up again. What do we got, a screw loose in here? We're gonna stall out again. I saw that coming. Why do they keep... Can you lock it? Alright. I know. I think it's because we're overloaded on whiskey here. What do you guys think? Whoa. Alright, we'll do a little manual flying because autopilot is not like in the atmosphere. So we're currently sitting at 30.05. Let's go ahead and reset that. Still at 30.05. So we are... How's our wings doing? Yeah, it's still doing that thing with the trim. Alright, we're coming up to Hot Springs and Bonanza up on her left hand side of her wing here. Alright, since we gotta manually fly, we can't, let me see if I can do it. Yeah, so Snoop has landed. It's interesting. It actually just says that it was a regular cargo job. I thought she was carrying whiskey as well. But yeah, we got an additional $23,000 from her landing there. But we got some expenses associated with that. $1,600 on the rental aircraft running costs and $400 in airport fees. So that's like $2,000, and then we spent some money on fuel. So still a good profit margin on that. So of that 23.5, we got probably like $21,000 out of that. So go ahead and finish my drink up. Alright, we do have some mountains coming up here. So we're going to have to raise our elevation a little bit. Ground level on that one is 5,400. The other one is 63. So let's go ahead and make sure everything is full throttle here. Little crevice in the landscape there. sitting at 20 nautical miles, 19 actually now, until the top of our descent. So to be curious, I'm curious about the elevation change between the mountain range and the runway. So the runway sits at 4,200 feet, and the mountains right before it are 6,200. So a 2,000 foot elevation drop from the mountains to the runway, and we're carrying whiskey. It's a sensitive one, so we're going to try to land as smooth as possible. Drifting off to the right. We're definitely right heavy on the weight. It's tipping the wing down. Alright, it has been nice. We're flying a VFR trip, so ATC has been, we've been off the radar for a little bit. Alright, we're going to be getting ready for our landing a little early here because of the mountains. And the type of job that we're running. So when we hit the top of the descent, we are 18 nautical miles away from the airport. We're going to reduce our altitude. Alright, as we make our approach here to 2S7 in the state of Oregon. This is the first time we're flying in Oregon in our NeoFly career here. Seems like our airport is right on the other side of that mountain. Kind of tempted to fly around it, or the shorter version where we go out here and come in through that little valley. If you look at the navigation system here, that darker brown color is all of that mountain, so higher elevation. So we're going to take the lower elevation path. Alright, 3 nautical miles to the top of our descent, but we've already started descending. So we're jumping ahead of the gun there. So runway sits at 4,200. We're currently at 6,900 feet. Speed at 113. Torque is good. Oil pressure is good. Wings flaps are fully extended. Alright, I think we made our way enough there, so eventually we want to get to 5,200 pending these hills. So I think if we fly out over to this water and then we'll cut over and the runway should be over there, so that's the plan for our descent. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Alright, we're good. What is this lake called? I think as we get closer, it'll just tell us. Alright, 16 nautical miles away from the runway. We won't have it in sight until we make our turn to the right once we hit that lake. Alright, the runway is showing up on our navigational screen off to the right. I think I spotted the runway, but that mountain with the trees missing on it is going to block the view at the moment. Go ahead and aim right for that little low pretty quick. So again, since it's at 4,200, we're going to want to be at 5,200 feet when we're 5 miles out from the airport. Which we're getting there. We're 9.9 miles away. Nice, we got the 500. Alright, so we're gonna find our airport here, 27S. We're gonna be landing into runway number 35. We're gonna announce a full stop landing, or announce our position.
207 traffic says to Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 8 miles south 6,500 feet inbound to land runway 35.
We're 7.7 miles out. That is not actually the runway, by the way. Alright, we're going to reduce our throttle, reduce our elevation. We're going to get to that 50, we're going to get lower than the 5,200. We're going to start our turn. All right, 57.5. There's our runway right there.
Two Sierra 7 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha is on final runway 35 to land.
Alright, so we got our runway in sight here. We're cruising in. We want to get a nice, smooth landing. Throttle looks good. That's State Road 97 that we're driving past. We're at 500. We're going to pull up a little bit. And super shallow, but without hitting those trees in front. Regrip. I know. Up. Don't crash the fucking plane. Shouldn't have regripped it. I was doing fine before. Oh, we broke something.
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
I know.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Alright, we'll pull off the runway here. We'll park right up by the gas pump. That was my fault. I shouldn't have regripped or resituated controller here. Alright, are we still going? I guess so. I guess they want us to find like a real parking spot. Oh, we are in a real parking spot. Taxi to the parking and shut down the engines. Oh, we gotta turn the key. Haha.
Stand by, pilot. Cargo unloading.
Alright, so I appreciate you tuning in on the afternoon flight here. We'll get paid and we'll see you in the morning.
Transporter, the cargo has been delivered. Nice work. Have a nice day.